pick down here.
Yeah.
You're 3 floors down. What was that moment like, and kind of lead us through who you were surrounded by?
Yeah, my whole immediate family's here. I got 2 brothers, obviously my 2 parents, some aunties, and just coaches from Australia, old teammates, and then obviously a lot of Beaver family staff and players. That moment was kind of crazy. As soon as it hit, it was like something exploded. Everyone kind of jumped up around me, and I was just sitting there like, all right, guys, come on, bring it in. But it was. It's just one of those moments that's it's such a crazy moment that you can't really put it in words because it would kind of understate it. I don't know. It was amazing.
What
Why
aspects
was it
of your
important
game
for
are
you to-
you most excited to showcase at the professional level?
What part of my game?
Yeah, what aspects of your game?
Just my ability to continue to get better. I think, just continue to fight through ups and downs and continue to progress as a player year to year, week to week, month to month. I think I'm excited to show how I can continue to do that throughout my career. But, I think I'm excited to show the way I play the game, the way I bring energy to the team, the guys around me, and do the little things right and just care about how I go about.
And as a number 1 overall pick and future professional baseball player, do you have any advice for people in general who want to build their skills or become more skilled at something?
Yeah, I think that the biggest thing is it's hard to have success in anything if you don't really believe it early on. So you got to be the first person to believe whatever you want to do, and it helps to be passionate about whatever it is. So find something you're passionate about, and then don't let other people set a ceiling on you, and just go out and pursue it to the greatest of your ability, and don't leave any stone unturned. Just go out and do it.
You had said when you guys were walking down the stairs, you were like, did you ever think this would happen?
Yeah.
When did you think this would happen? Did you ever think this would happen?
I honestly didn't really I never really counted it out, but I didn't fathom that this would be something that would be reality until maybe possibly a year ago. The middle of the Cape Cod is when I started to think maybe I could come out of the draft class as the top pick, but I still understood this year that I couldn't control how the picks turned out now. Cleveland could have wanted something different. They could have wanted a pitcher. They could have wanted a right-handed hitter or an outfielder. I could have gone out and had my best season ever and still not been the pick. So my thing was that I was going to go out and try to be the best position player in college baseball was kind of my goal, and I was going to control what I could control to go do that, and the pick stuff would figure itself out. But I think the Cape Cod is when I realized that I could go and be the best prospect in the class. I think.
Why was that important for you to be here today rather than be in Texas for the show?
I think just having the right people around. There's people that have given so much to me, and I feel like having this moment with them is special. And there's only so many people you can spend that moment with in Texas. It's obviously would have been a great environment, but when people are flying so far, and you want to be with a group of people, there's only one table in Texas or one couch, I don't know. I wanted to do this, and I care a lot about this program, and being here is special.
Could you take us through some of those conversations with the Cleveland's front office? What did they express to you that they really valued about you?
Yeah, I think that for the most part, it was just conversations of them trying to learn about me leading up to this day. They touched on what they liked already in previous conversations, but they weren't going to show their cards too early. They definitely kept digging and trying to figure out who they really wanted to take and at what price. I think the biggest thing when I found out I was going to be a guard, and I know that I've spoken to those guys, and they value just the way I have something. I'm playing for. I have a passion. I'm playing for something big. I care about this game. I love this game, and they know that there's not going to be quit in me, and there's not going to be complacency. They're going to get someone that is striving to win and striving to win World Series. And I strive to do that all along here. We couldn't get it done, but part of the journey is I'm a competitor, and I'm going to always go out and try to put the team in the best position to win. And they love that I'm competitive and all those things together, and thought I was the right guy.
Did they reach out to you ahead of time? Did you know you were going to be number one, or did you learn on the TV when we all did?
I kind of learned sort of like within 15, 20 minutes before the pick, we you come to an agreement.
Gotcha.
But I mean, you still like it. That's only like a phone call. Who knows? But
They changed their mind.
no, I didn't want to like go in there and be like, yeah, I'm the number one pick before I even got called.
Yeah,
You know, so I mean, you kind of have a conversation and it seems pretty locked in. And
How about just the impact back home, knowing that you're the first Australian number one? There's a bunch of kids out there that are seeing you today, and they've been watching your career, and
Yeah.
that it can be achieved.
Yeah, I think that it's just like, for me, I've always preached to those kids since I was 16, since I started setting my mind like this, is that like, don't set limits on yourself. Just see how far you can take it and continue to progress, and enjoy the journey and get better each day. And so being the number one pick, it tells that story. It's like, you can't go higher than that. Like, don't set any limit. I didn't set my limit at pick 5. I didn't set my limit to be the 5th best player. You know, like, just go be as good as you can and continue to get better. And so I think it sets the precedent of like, believe in yourself. Figure out how to go be great if you want to be great at baseball or anything. So, yeah.
In the raw emotion of just having been drafted, what obstacle seems the sweetest to overcome?
What obstacles so far, or like, I mean, I don't know. It's been like, obviously there's little ups and downs and obstacles here and there that you just get through, but I think that I can't pinpoint what the most difficult obstacle's been. I think just
Brady
seeing seeing opportunity in obstacles is the way I put it. Is like, there's always going to be ups and downs in whatever you do, and you just got to be able to go through them and understand that you're going to come out better on the other side if you have the right way of going about it. And I mean, yeah, I can't pinpoint obstacles right now. My mind's kind of spinning, but there's definitely been some, and there will continue to be more.
You were up in Seattle recently talking to Adley.
Yeah.
Obviously, you joined him in an illustrious company. Just what was that conversation like? Did he give any advice to you when
Yeah.
in this position?
Yeah, we've talked a couple times in the last couple weeks. I think when I saw him in Seattle, he's a hot property. We talked, but you know, he's got to get prepared for a game that was in batting practice. So yeah, he's told me like it's been incredible to watch me. He loves the way I go about what I'm doing, and he just wants to be there for me and help me through this process, because there's a lot that comes with it. And he's just put himself as someone that I can reach, and been really kind and there for me, even though he's out there getting ready for an all-star game and things like that. Like, he's still got time to give back and be there for me, so it's been awesome.
And there's some familiarity with Cleveland and Stephen Kwan.
Mm-hmm.
Have you spoken to him at all? And what just how nice is it to have somebody who shares
Yeah.
all Green State colors and
Yeah.
prime position over there?
It's awesome. It really is cool, because he's such a good person, and he's been there. Like, I've been in contact with him for a couple years before this even came to fruition. I have the highest praise for that guy. He's continued to get better at the major league level. He's got a humble head on him. He brings the right energy. He's just like, he's someone I look up to. And I mean, there's a lot of beefs that I look up to, but it's exciting that one of them is going to be with me in Cleveland. And yeah, I think Matt Boyd's in Cleveland too now. So there's going to be some beefs, but it's going to be a process to get up there with them. But it's just nice to know that, like, I've built a relationship with Steven, and then we possibly will get the opportunity, if everything plays out how I'd hope it does, to play and compete and go win ball games at the major league level and have a good career together.
In the celebration up there, was there anything maybe your dad or your mom or someone said to you that stuck out just in kind of the aftermath? What was your first kind of go around hugging people, or what was it seem like?
Just hugging. You kind of go straight into interviews a little bit, so they're trying to wire you up, make sure that you're ready. Can you hear them?
And then it doesn't work.
And then it didn't work a little bit, so there's a lot of that. But I mean, it's just like, people letting me know how proud they are and how it's an unbelievable, like, it's an unbelievable moment. Take it in, just big hugs. People letting me know they're appreciative of me. Just kind of what you would expect. I think nothing really stood out, but it all gets a little blurry for the most part, right as it happens.
Do
This
they get
place, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Do they get to stick around in town for a little bit before you kind of?
Yeah,
Head
I think some family might be heading off the next couple of days, but I mean, I know my parents and some others will be around for probably the next week or so. Probably see me sign a contract and maybe go to the progressive field and those kind of opportunities. They'll be around, but I mean, not everyone here will be around. Just like the.
Do you know when you're going to Cleveland?
No idea. But I think those logistics have been figured out this last hour or so, when they want me to be somewhere and what that's going to look like. But I haven't been able to communicate with my advisors about what that's going to look like, and that'll happen within the next 30 minutes. But I'm sure in probably, I'm guessing Tuesday, but I mean, that's just an assumption. I'd say they'll probably give me a day, and then I'll be going somewhere to meet people, and then, yeah, we'll figure out a timeline of playing from there. But
You'll forever be a beloved Beaver here now. This place will always be a part of your orange and black. What's the significance of this time spent in this place?
yeah, I mean, I think like, I've just grown so much. I don't know how else to put it. I obviously I grew, like I got better as a baseball player, and no doubt from my freshman and my junior year, but like, I don't know. If you spoke to me as a freshman, you know I've matured now, and you've watched me play as a freshman, you know I've matured even outside of just skill things. So, I mean, I can't put too much to it. It's just like it's bettered me as a person, and I mean, I'm happy that I can be a part of this into the future. It's such a special program.
Whatever
Mitch mentioned
expectations you
that-
had coming in here, exceed, low.
I mean, I'll forever like have had the expectation that I wanted to win a College World Series or multiple coming in here. I didn't set any limits on that. Didn't happen. There's only one team that does, and it's tough that you lose games and it's all over. But I think that was kind of the only expectations I set. Other than that, it was like I was just focused on getting better and continuing to grow as a leader as I got into my second and third year, and just be the best player and person I could be.
Mitch,
That was the biggest things.
Mitch mentioned that one of your goals is to be a Hall of Fame player. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's kind of one of those things. It's like I don't like to set limits on myself. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yeah, I want to go play in the big leagues for 4 years or 5 years. I want to get there. Like, I mean, it's more than that. I'd love to make an impact and be there and be in a winning organization. And if I can continue to get better, like, I'm gonna get a great chance to play the game a long time and hopefully end up somewhere like that.
Yeah, I think the Guardians have like the second best record in MLB, right?
Yeah, they're doing incredible things right now, and it's really impressive. So to join a winning organization currently is special. They're young. We've got an identity and a good culture, and I'm excited. But I think the whole is one of those things. It's like those goals are so long term. Like, I don't take them out of the picture. Like, I think it's something I sometimes think about, but like really it's just about just continuing to hone my process and get better every day. But I don't think it's like one of those things that I just leave as a dream. Like, I want to go out and pursue great things like that. Yeah.
Last one for Trev.
Is the plan for you to kind of start at second base and stick there? Have there been conversations?
Yeah,
about that?
we've had a brief conversation about position. I think they believe that I'm gonna be a good infielder and probably start at second base, like start my journey there at second base. But they also believe in my athleticism and think that there might be some versatility options as I move. But again, it's like we've only had brief conversations. I think that it'll be where it all plays out, and I think if I get better, I'll be able to play the infield at the next level in the major leagues. And I think I'm going to go out and do that. I'm going to work really hard. But yeah, they believe in me on that front, and they also think that there's opportunities to play other positions because they think I'm athletic enough, and they believe in their player development, and I do too. So.
Trav, thanks, man.
Travis, thank you.
Thanks, Trav.
Big